Alright, so what are we doing today? What are we doing? Oh, okay. S-class heroes versus S-rank hunters isn't even close in the slightest. Listen, bro. First of all, let me get some light on me in here.
S-rank hunters are
Let me be honest. S-class heroes are not that strong. They really aren't, bro. You can just see that by Genos being ranked 7. Blast is an exception because he can control, he can make gates and all that are technically that works like wormholes in a way. But S rank, the problem with the S rank heroes is that you don't see a lot of them, like really be fighting that much. Like if we national rank hunters should be in this because they're technically S rank, but because the problem with soul leveling is basically it revolves around Sung Jin Woo, so you don't see a lot of the other people fight that much. You don't see what they're truly fully capable of. But honestly, I would give it to S rank hunters just because Jin was there. You're not gonna tell. Saitama isn't even an S rank, first of all, and even if he was, Jin would cook his ass. So, you know what I'm saying?
the
You know what I'm saying?
best and arguably the strongest in this series, with each country having their own hunter, stacking up more than 100 S-rank hunters in the world. However, as unfortunate as it is,
there are not
we
a lot
don't
of
really
them.
have the privilege to see
Exactly
even half
what
of
I
their
was
action.
saying.
As a matter of fact, even the Korean S-rank hunters that has the most spotlight in the series lacks heavily
don't see
in
a lot
terms
of them.
feats and showings.
Because solo leveling is all about Jinwoo. It doesn't the side cast doesn't matter that much. It's really Jinwoo the main focus and how he goes stronger. The side cast, the other characters don't have that much
There are
importance.
even hunters that are very irrelevant to this topic for relying on one certain specialty that doesn't do well in a full-blown out fight.
Healers,
For that
healers, they
specific
can't fight.
reason, there would only be a few characters we would be including in this video
Yup,
for obviously having much more screen time than others. These characters are Baekhyun-woo, Chua Chong-en, Sha Hai-en,
What the Shy? I'm pretty sure it's Che Hae-hin. Is that how you say it? I'm 100% sure he said it wrong. I don't know if I said it wrong,
Go
but that's
Gun-hee,
definitely wrong.
Sang Il-hwan, Hwang Dong-soo, and the Japanese Goto Ryuji. We would also be including
Pretty
three
easy to
national
say.
level hunters who are
Okay,
described to be
yeah, because I was like, the others, you don't see them doing much. The national level hunters, you kind of see them doing a lot because when the Monarch comes, they actually fight because the S rank can't do shit against them. But, yeah.
the strongest in the series, them being the strongest in America, Thomas Andre, the strongest in China, Liu Chogang,
Yup.
and obviously the strongest in the
Jie
world,
Wu,
Sun
the
Jin.
Shadow Monarch.
Now, before we start scaling these characters, it's very important to establish
Okay,
that
the
I'll be
light
mixing
novel. I haven't read the light novel. I haven't read it. The webtoon, obviously I finished it, but the light novel,
between the light
haven't
novel
read
and
it.
the webtoon, since if we only go by the latter, most of these characters would only be capping at city level in terms of attack potency.
Very true.
For not showing any solid feats above this scaling in the webtoon.
Yeah.
With that being said, how strong are the S rank and national
Whoa,
level?
whoa. Who the fuck is this? Christopher Reed, Siddharth Bakan. Hey, these guys do not appear in the manga. I don't remember. I know Christopher Reed. I think I remember him. It's been a while. I don't remember him.
Hunters. Now, starting off with Japan's best, Goto Ryuji. Goto is said to be the strongest hunter in Japan.
In
and
Japan,
some
yep.
consider him to be as strong as a national level hunter.
Nah.
Meaning this is as a big
Nah.
highball should make him city level in terms of attack
Nah.
potency.
He's not as strong as him. Nah. Let's not go there. He's really not, bro.
But that's only
He's
when you
definitely strong, but he's not on the level of it's right here. Jigang. No, he's not on the same level.
assume that he is really approaching that level, and that was meant to be taken literally. Since
Not on
national
equal
level
footing. Jigang is over him. He's right under there, but
hunters, by the very least,
it's an order you series in fire because by Yu Jinho. Who's Jinho? Is that no, that cannot be his son because it would be Sung. Hunters are growing. Yeah.
rivals a nuclear warhead in terms of pure firepower and possesses
Oh my god, you gotta be lying, bruh.
enough power
Okay.
to rival a country's military might. You see, if we go by that logic, then this means that Beru, the Ant King who completely low-diffed him, should be above
Yeah.
city level in terms of attack potency. And every hunter that was completely
Took his head
manhandled by
easy.
the Ant King, such as Huang Dongsu, Baek Yeon-hu, Choi Jong, Ma Dong-wook, and Chai Hai-in, should all vastly be way, way below this line of scaling.
I don't
However,
know, cause right now he's using relativity, but that's they have no feat to prove that. Just because they're being able to hold him back doesn't mean they have that kind of power. This is he's really going with relativity, bro. I don't know about this.
that doesn't mean Beru is as strong as national level hunters only because he one-shotted Goto, since these guys obviously
Yeah.
vary in strength. In
Yeah.
fact, it was specifically stated that Ryuji, when it comes to strength and combat skills,
There you
is
go.
vastly inferior to Leo Chogan, who
What did I
should
say?
be in the same tier as someone like Thomas Andre. So national level hunters, especially the top two, are obviously way above city level in terms of attack potency.
Yup.
But how do we exactly estimate how strong national level hunters
That's
are?
what I want
or
to know,
anybody who
because
never
both of them don't get much action in the manga, in the webtoon.
narratively sits comfortably at
I'm
that
guessing the
level.
light novel,
You see,
maybe?
in order to do this, we need to first take a look at how strong the monarchs are. And this is where we indulge in the territory
The
of
Monarchs, I'm gonna be honest. The Monarchs were not that strong, bro. The Monarch were not that strong. The Dragon Monarch was pretty strong, but the others were kind of shit, bro.
heavily mixing between the webtoons
I'm not
and
gonna
the
lie,
light
they kinda
novels.
shit,
Since,
bruh.
as I said, if we only go by the former or the latter, we wouldn't really have a clear concrete estimation. Alright, so let's first start with the obvious fact that someone
King
like
of
the
Beasts.
Beast Monarch in his last form was stated to wield enough power to destroy the planet while being nerfed for fighting in a world that isn't his. This planet is actually fortified by enough mana to eventually withstand the fights between the monarchs and the rulers, making them
Oh.
planetary plus level in terms of attack potency.
Okay, now it makes sense why they look lame. Now it makes sense why they look lame, but that's still would it still be planetary? All right, I'll give
This
that.
is slightly important since Thomas Andre actually contended with base Rakon to the point of the latter saying that he can feel victory slipping through his fingers and was pushed to partially transform. However,
Oh.
the novel goes deep on this, expressing that
Wow, a few fangs were sharper, soon wise for a werewolf. He fell on two battle creators and then it's pretty just shattered the bone that. Oh my god.
Rakon, even
Maybe
though-
I should read the light novel. It's not that bad. Because I used to read like novels before, but ever since I discovered manga, bro, it's been like I still read a few novels, but I read mostly manga. Maybe I should get on this.
in base was only using his physical strength, not imbued with mana on his side at all. Which means
Okay.
even in his base form against Thomas Andre, he was heavily nerfed. It's also important
wow.
to know that the King of Beasts is only planetary when using his spiritual body manifestation to destroy the Earth by time. So Thomas is definitely not in the ranges of being planetary and being
So how strong would he be in his full form? Because planetary, I'm guessing maybe galaxy level. Wow.
completely
I
generous.
have no idea,
Him
bro.
and Leo should be somehow
Destroy the
comparable to
world is a big word because world is now when you say world, you could mean a galaxy, you could mean a universe, you can mean the not really the multiverse. You said destroy the world, not destroy worlds. So I'm guessing that it would be maybe universe, I guess.
when he is not
I don't
even
know,
trying, outputting enough energy to split the clouds that was calced at island level in terms of attack potency.
Okay.
Tusk at that point should be able to contend with low-level monarchs, so his not even trying island level feat should be comparable to base Rakon, who also wasn't trying against Thomas Andre, somehow justifying putting the latter at this certain level, otherwise there
I
would
kinda
be
didn't
no
catch
other
that.
way to properly scale him. Gogan He clearly sits below this level for not even contending with the Monarchs of Frost in his base forms.
but he was old too, bro. You can't do him like this. He was old. It was said that he was old and all that. He wasn't able to. I think he wasn't able to use as much power as he could when he was younger or some shit. but he was definitely weaker than his prime, so
Sang
we don't
Il-hwan,
know.
the father of Jinwoo, on the other hand, should be stronger than all of them for blocking full power attacks from the Monarch of Frost and Monarch of Beasts and even shove them away.
Yep.
Therefore, he should be either country level or slightly above. Alright, now let's tackle an even more challenging category in the
Which
solo
is?
leveling series, which is speed. How fast
Oh,
can you battle and
speed.
react? You see, similar to One Punch Man, there are generally two lines of scaling regarding this series. The first one says that the high-tier hunters such as Thomas Andre at best caps at massively hypersonic due to contending with Sun Jinwoo, who prior dodged and reacted to multiple blue arcs of lightnings. The second one suggests that
okay.
anybody who scales to the Sun Jinwoo who fought the Architector should already be faster than light, and that's due
Faster,
to
okay.
reacting to and dodging the statue's beams that were specifically targeted towards Sun Jinwoo. So Thomas Andre, Leo Chokan, Gokhan Hee, and Il-hwan should all be comparable to this level. Anyone below
Should
these
they?
hunters
This is
needs to-
very. I said it before, but he's being very relative. You know what I'm saying?
any speed feats on par with Jinwoo at these high stages, so none of them are massively hypersonic, let alone the speed of light, with the sole exception of Cha Hai-en possibly reaching
I mean,
the
it's. I'm pretty sure it's Che-in, but her whole thing is speed.
speed
So
of light with
I'm
her
saying.
sword of light attack that she can only do once in a fight. Sun Jinwoo is definitely faster than light and could be argued
Yeah.
to being much more than that. And with all of this being said, can these hunters ever
I don't know about that one. In the manga, I don't. In the webtoon, I don't think he's like on the level that would be of massively faster than light. Nah, he doesn't. I don't see a single feat that puts him there. I don't see one. Faster than light, yeah, because he dodges the lasers, and lasers travel pretty fast considering they're highly concentrated beam of light or something shit like that. But I would say he's faster than light, yeah, but higher than that, I don't think so.
hope to compete with the S-class heroes?
I mean, it's not really fair. It's Saitama. They should be putting Saitama in there because but he didn't do Jinwoo. So, all right, I take it back. What happened?
There exist approximately 600 heroes in the Hero Association. That's obviously
That's
with
all.
excluding the new heroes who are currently stacking up new candidates to rival
And
the
they stealing
Hero
people from the Hero Association too.
Association. However, out of all of these heroes, only 17 of them are considered to being anomalies that require the creation of a whole new category today
S
known
rank.
as the S-class heroes. These guys vary drastically from one to another in the strength department.
I was
Unlike
actually
the
impressed by Pig God. He's actually pretty good. he's good, bro. I was
S-rank
impressed by Pig
hunters,
God.
Most of them has enough showings to quantify how strong they are. However, we would only be
Who
including
else
characters
surprised me? Flashy Flash was not that impressive. He's fast, sure. King is a fraud, so you know what I'm saying? TikTok Master was shit. He got beat. Hey, Tatsumaki, well, yeah, we already know she was strong. Blast, he was number one. If he's stronger than Tatsumaki, obviously. Yeah, Pig God and Watchdog Man also was impressive when he fought Garo. But Pig God was the one that surprised me the most.
who are currently within
He really
the S-class
surprised me.
heroes, so Silver Fang, Metal Bat, Isamu, and Darkshine, who either retired or changed associations, would not be in this video. Same
Okay.
goes for the S-class
But
heroes.
Batman would it's not his what was his name? Go back. It's not Batman.
heroes
It's where is he? Where is he? What the fuck? Isn't it Metal Bat? I'm pretty sure it's Metal Bat.
So Silver Fang, Metal Bat,
There you go. Metal Bat is very, very impressive.
Isamu, and
He kind
Darkshine,
of like a
who
Saiyan
either
in a way.
retired or changed associations, would not
As he
be
grows
in
stronger
this video.
during
Same
the
goes for
battle
the
and
S-class
has his-
heroes who has never
As
had
his anger, he grows during. He's actually kind of like Saitama. He grows during battle, and the more his anger grows, the stronger he gets. Yeah.
any concrete
yeah.
showings such as Watchdog Man and Metal Knight, and we obviously all know that King is just too strong for this video, so he'd obviously
All right, you know what?
to
Whatever.
be excluded. Alright, let's now start with Genos in literally chapter 6.
Literally,
demonstrating
like the biggest fraud of anime. One of the biggest fraud of anime,
a
bro.
casual explosion
This nigga
strong enough
fraud,
to put him
bruh.
at town level in terms of attack potency, with exerting force relative to that of 16 kilotons. Genos after got a new upgrade that, according to him in most parts, raises his destructive powers to a much higher level, but was still not capable of
His
killing the
speed too. His
Deep Sea King with
speed
a
because he
direct
uses the blasters off it. He trying to be Iron Man, so he uses the blast to move around. Yeah, he fast. He fast.
punch paired with an explosion to the face that sent him flying blocks away. The same Deep Sea King later in the VGS got completely destroyed
What
by
the fuck is this? Is there a light novel for One Punch Man? I never heard of this.
upgraded Genos in the audiobooks, and then after
Audiobooks. All right.
gave Genos 2 more
Why is there audiobooks of One Punch Man? All right,
upgrades,
whatever.
and he was still compared to Tank Top Master in terms of strength, which means that Tank Top Master and possibly Big God for scaling relative to him should at least be Small City in terms of attack potency.
Like I said, Big God, I actually he was impressive. I'm not gonna
Weepway
lie.
Prisoner scales higher than this for being able to damage Psycho Orochi's bladed arms that clashed with Genos and Drive Knight's promoted Rook, which technically should place him around a large city to mountain level in punching power.
I do not like this guy.
Zombie should be physically the weakest in the S-class heroes,
Yup.
being carried only by his
By his regenerative ability, let's be honest, he's not that
ability
good.
to limitlessly regenerate, but he was also able to crack Carnage Kabuto's durability, and that should count for something. But for now, he should be around town to large
Yeah, we
class
saw that.
heroes. Starting off with Drive Knight, next we go to the
Wait, what?
around town
Did I miss him?
durability.
Oh yeah, he cracked
And
Kabuto
that
Carnage.
should count for something.
No, Kabuto kind of trash. He ass. Let's be honest, he was
For
not that
now,
strong.
He should be around
Genos is trash. Genos was trash. Now he's after because Genos fought him before he got his upgrades. So back then, let's be honest, Genos was nothing special.
town to large town if we are being completely generous. Next, we go to the
Yes, he blew away a mountain. That's none.
tier of the S-class heroes. Starting off with Drive Knight, admittedly, this character is very hard to scale. Since
We didn't see him
he
do
only
much.
fought Neon, who is considered to be one of the weakest dragon-level monsters,
That's right. We didn't see him doing much, bro. We haven't seen much of this guy, so I don't think you should put him in there. There you go. That's better.
with using prep time and match Psycho Orochi's jet for a brief time. But due to the narrative, he should be above the S-class heroes who
Yeah.
we mentioned before, and therefore we place him at least at mountain level in terms of attack potency.
don't
Now
know.
Sunblade Atomic Samurai and Flashy Flash should definitely by the very least, and as a low ball, country level for scaling to both Golden and Platinum S. Strictly speaking, arguments can be made about both of these characters scaling to Continental and even above.
I don't know about that, cause they don't have that much destructive power. They're more like single enemy, single fight. You know what I'm saying? You see them shine more there. Like you don't see them like when it comes to. I feel like they're lacking in destructive power. Like in terms, cause the S rank are classed basically in overall ability. But dude, I don't know, man. I feel like in terms of destructive power, Genos beats them both.
Actually, for a character like Flashy Flash, who got stronger in this current arc, being able to tank a slash from Empty Void and was still conscious. Even if you say that Empty Void is tremendously holding back, this feat is completely ridiculous. So Atomic Samurai and Flashy Flash
Empty
should be
Void is
scaled
not
in
that
the
strong,
ranges
bro.
of country to continental or even beyond
I don't
in
know
terms of
about
attack
that.
potency. Now, when it comes to the strongest destructive feats we've seen from the S-class heroes, 10 seconds Genos should definitely be only second to Tatsumaki.
I'm not gonna lie, I really like the design of his arms. And that one, his like you know, that's what I'm saying. I feel like Tatsumaki and Genos have more destructive power than both Flashy Flash and Atomic Samurai. But anyway, I really like the design on Genos. That like I wanted them to keep it, bro.
Only was he able
These
to
arms were fire, bro.
stop a continental beam with his Incinerate, but managed
Did he
to
just
do it
use a
multiple
Kamehameha?
times. Stop a continental
He is using a Kamehameha, bro.
Mental beam with his Incinerate, but managed to do it multiple times. Tatsumaki, on the other hand, also was able to tank it and later on stop it while being extremely nerfed. So these two characters should be by the
I do
very
not like
least
this, bro. Like, come on. Ain't she look like a child, bro? Why are we drawing her when she looks like a child like this? I don't.
multi-continental, with Tatsumaki
And the worst
arguably
of it is that a
scaling
lot of people be calling her a baddie. Like, yeah, she pretty, but damn, bro, she look like a child, bro. I prefer Fubuki a lot more. When I see people saying that Saitama and Fubuki, like, they put them together. How do you call it? Hold on, let me check on my phone, bro. Alright, they ship them together. I'm like, no. She looks like a kid, bro. Like, at least put Fubuki where she looks like a grown ass. I know that she is Fubuki's older sister, but I can't get past the fact that she looked like a child, bro. Like, nah. I always put like, if you gotta put sights almost with someone, it gotta be Fubuki. I'm not gonna lie, cause first of all, she better. Second of all, she look grown.
Due to showcasing supremacy over the Monster King Orochi. Alright, notice when I said that the best destructive feats comes from these two characters,
yes.
I actually lied. Obviously, a character called Blast exists as the strongest hero we've seen aside from Saitama. Not only was he able to contend with Cosmic Figaro in his initial stages and currently fighting against Empty Void, but was also able to contain the energy of the Serious Punch Squared for a brief time that managed to wipe out multiple.
He didn't contain it. He just resurrected it. He really this. I feel like a lot of people don't understand this part. He did not contain any type of power of this. He redirected the attack.
Solar systems and possibly galaxies, which means
no.
in terms of
solar systems, okay. Galaxies, no.
Capacity and attack potency, he vastly outscales the S-class heroes. Now, when it comes to how fast these characters can react and fight in One Punch Man, there exist various.
Flashy Flash is definitely the fastest. Flashy Flash is definitely the fastest. Like, you see, Sonic. You see, like, in terms of speed, Flashy Flash is definitely above Genos. But in terms of destructive power, Genos is over Flashy Flash. That's why I'm not sure about the whole Atomic Samurai and Flashy Flash being continental. I feel like if they are continental, then Genos gotta be, because, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Because he was scaling offensive power, attack power. In terms of attack power, I feel like overall raw destructive power, Genos has way more than both of them.
Moving at least at massively hypersonic plus speeds. And not only did characters like early Genos and Puri Puri Prisoner one-shot this monster or others on that level, they also have been fighting others who are narratively much stronger and faster. However, within the realm of demons, another fellow monster called Awakened Cockroach stated that he can indeed react and dodge at the speed of light. This would not be far-fetched since characters has been seen dodging lasers that were confirmed to have the properties of light, which means by using this logic, many characters would upscale to this and would be in the realm of faster than light speeds, with the high tier heroes such as Flashy Flash obviously operating at a much higher level, being very much than light plus. However, if you don't want to account for the lasers meta and Awakened Cockroach statements for some reason, then most characters should
Why would you not, bro? I don't get it. Why would you not?
Massively
when you scale character, you literally take statements and you take statements, you prove them to make sure they make sense. I don't know, why would you not? What the fuck? Why would you not? I don't get it.
Obviously being much faster than light, even when you don't account for lasers and Awakened Cockroach. And Blast should be much faster, being able to blitz the latter easily. So it's up to you.
I mean, Blast moves through gates, bro. Come on, man. Can you, like, you know what I'm saying? He moves through gates. Of course he's going to be faster.
I would be using both in this video, but nonetheless, can the S-Class heroes overcome the best?
It's like when he moved through gates, you can kind of think of it like a weaker version of instant transmission, you know what I'm saying? It's slightly slower because he moves through space, through the gates. But yeah, you can definitely say that it's close to instant transmission in terms of, well, can't really put, instant transmission is basically not, it's basically no speed. It goes above speed since it's instant, but
solo leveling series.
All right, the conclusion is that what we're doing?
Now, solo leveling's hunters would fit perfectly in the One Punch Man verse. A lot of them would also be considered as anomalies and certainly be ranked
National
as
rank.
class heroes, at least when you take the light novel statements to not be hyperbolic. They're also very accustomed to fight beasts and other creatures, so being in the One Punch Man verse would pose no problems.
I wouldn't say that. The monsters in One Punch Man are pretty different, bruh. They're pretty different, and there's aliens too, I believe. Yeah, wasn't the purple guy an alien too? That like the at the first episode or some shit.
However, unfortunately, when you don't include the strongest in both of these groups, the S-class heroes dominates pretty comfortably.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, bruh.
I mean, there are arguments to be made about certain hunters defeating
Nah,
certain
it still doesn't change shit. Big God can literally eat all of them. You know what I'm
heroes,
saying?
but the outcome would eventually favor the S-class heroes. Let's take Thomas Andre and Leo Shogang as an example. They can probably defeat characters like Puri Puri Prisoner,
Definitely.
Tank Top Master, Pig God, and even
I wouldn't say
Tribe Knight.
Big God. Big God could eat them. You know, I'm pretty sure Big God could eat them because
Pretty
I seen him. I think he was eating someone the last time I saw him.
1v1 battle. None of these heroes can contend with island level strikes, but can still be relative in speed if including both of the versus metas of dodging lasers. Sung-Ed 1 assumably can match with Flashy Flash and Sunblade Atomic Samurai strength.
I don't
in their
know.
Low and spec.
I think that he would be stronger than them.
But sadly,
In terms of speed, maybe not. But in terms of attack power, I think he would be
is
pretty
still
stronger
very
than them.
inferior to them in the speed department.
Yeah,
Gogaki
that's
and
exactly what I thought.
Ryuji, if we completely whack them, can maybe match up with Tank Top Master, Drive Knight, and Puri Puri. But sadly, in both metas, they certainly can't compete with their speed. However,
nah.
if we roll it the other way and take Tatsumaki, Sunblade Atomic Samurai, Flashy Flash, and Genos,
They're
these
completely
four
fucking them
characters
up.
can certainly defeat any hunter,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
including
yeah.
Sun Jin-woo. They're just
Oh,
faster,
nah.
stronger,
Nah, nah,
and
nah, nah,
much,
nah.
much more faster
No.
than any character in the solo leveling series aside from the obvious one Jin-Woo.
Jin-Woo,
Cha
yeah.
Hai-en, Baekhyun-Woo, Cho Jong-in, and Hwang Dong-soo cannot
Literally,
defeat
most of them wouldn't even be able to touch Tatsumaki. Like, she would use her shit to like literally control their body and move them. the guy that throws fire, he can literally control the fireball and move it to somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
single hero from the S-class category. They're simply far too weak and can be killed by multi-city blocks attacks performed by Beru, and this can be
They're pretty much humans. They just have mana. That's really how it's described. Because of their mana, they're stronger than the average human, and like because of the but what really makes them strong is their abilities. You know what I'm saying? It's not their natural strength or durability, except for those who specializes in that, because they use mana to reinforce their bodies. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they're very much still human. While most of the S rank heroes are either they're mostly humans, but like they surpass human what it means to be humans.
even
But
compared
sure.
to Hammerhead from the One Punch Man series. You see, when you have a character that can arguably use the speed of light once in a fight, going up
That's
against
not good,
characters
bro.
who can use it casually, it would obviously be depressingly one-sided. Even Zombie Man, who is the physically weakest, can still tangle with these low S-rank hunters. and
Yeah,
never
because
be
he would continuously regenerate, so there really wouldn't be any point of attacking him.
killed
You know
by
what I'm saying?
even the top tier characters aside from Sun Jin-woo. This would have gotten even more diabolical if we included characters like Metal Bat, Darkshine, and Silver Fang.
Very
so
much
I'm
so.
essentially saying here, if we do some sort of tournament and even give the hunters the best odds, more than half of the S-class heroes would
Will
come out
win.
victorious
That's-
against
that's-
the S-rank hunters.
Yeah.
Things would be much, much more worse if they have to fight in a battle royale with Tatsumaki having the ability to
Yeah,
one-shot
that's
every single
over.
hunter.
It's over, bro. If it's a battle royale, you only need to put Tatsumaki against all of them. Literally, bro. All she needs to do is like You put some rocks together, bam, mash them up together, done.
and turn them into nothingness. So if we don't include Blast and Sun Jinwoo, the S-Class take this easily and
Very
it's not
much so.
even close. However, Blast versus Sun Jinwoo would actually determine who will be the winner between these two groups if they
Blast ain't beating Jinwoo, bro. Let's be honest. Blast ain't beating Jinwoo. So Saitama ain't beating Jinwoo. So Blast definitely not beating
fight
Jinwoo,
in
bro.
a battle royale. I've already talked about all the potential metas regarding Sun Jinwoo in this previous video that I suggest you go watch and check it out. Sun Jinwoo essentially has two different metas in the power scaling community. Either he should be large planetary plus approaching star level, or by the very least universal. Statements in the new sequel of Solo Leveling
In
called
Ragnarok, I didn't read it. I didn't like it at all. I don't know what it was, but I didn't like it at all, bro. I just couldn't. It was, I did not like it.
Actually strengthened this meta by a long shot. Not only this, but he transcended time itself and managed to slow it down, almost stopping it. Some statements actually alludes to the fact that his speed is immeasurable. So if we take the first meta of Jinwoo being
I mean, most main characters in fiction, I said most, not all. Yeah, a lot you can find that are not, but they are massively faster than light or have immeasurable speed. Let's be honest.
Planetary, Blast should be able to win pretty comfortably. But if we go by the second meta that seems to be more logical nowadays, Blast shouldn't be able to defeat Jinwoo.
No, he can't. Saitama wouldn't be able to beat him. How would Blast
is
beat
he
him?
vastly inferior to him in every regard, but Jinwoo literally has the arsenal and the abilities to complete
And the army.
the counter Blast. And when Blast loses this one, it doesn't matter how strong or weak the S-rank hunters are. Sun Jinwoo would definitely lead them to victory, since not only does he have 10 million soldiers, so essentially he doesn't need to fight.
And every time he will kill one of them, they'll raise as his soldiers.
Himself, his top commanders also are as strong as low-level monarchs who are stated to being able to destroy the planet. So at the end of the day, the S-class heroes completely washes the S-rank.
Yeah, I was like, that's exactly what I was saying at first. I was like, if Jinwoo fights, then obviously there's no chance for them to win. But if he doesn't, then that's a different story. Because, what was I saying? Jinwoo fights, win. Yeah, like, if Jinwoo doesn't fight, then the S rank heroes, they don't do much in the like, you know what I'm saying? They don't do much in Solo Leveling, so the heroes will cook them. Like, even national rank hunters, they don't do that much, bro. They really don't. But yeah, like I said, like, I mean, Jinwoo beats Saitama, so obviously there would be nobody left to defeat him, and Saitama will literally become a shadow. So that means that he's probably he's obviously gonna be like 10 times stronger. So that was a pretty obvious result, depending on which situation you were put in. The result was pretty obvious. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.